Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, where you'll hear EMAW, every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child love the Kansas State Wildcats. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buffaloes will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense set for a first down play. Power football with the run. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Fast motion from the offense. To the air on first down. He's going to take off. And it's on the ground. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. On the move is the 30. Afterburners coming. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Game 2 is now third and goal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Splits the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Wildcats will take over 1st and 10.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the offense. Runs through a tackle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Now on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here now.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first and get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Colorado 3, Kansas State 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Third down, man. You'd think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobble him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Buffaloes have taken it inside the 20. To throw, it's Sanders. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
3rd down coming up after that completion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you, and I can...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Horn. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Fires to the tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Colorado! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football game.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most
He smashes his way through again. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Got a man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big fourth down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. It's good. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Scanning the field, it's Sanders. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. And the pass hits, picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Return goes out of bounds.
first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. Fires to the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Got it in the middle, it's Horn. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, it's Lockett. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Johnson wants to throw it. Lets it fly. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Pressure coming. Pulls it in. It's Giddens. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down. Opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in it.
Caught behind the line. It's Horn. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Sanders. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Bucks! They take the lead with the 6.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it has gone final in that enormous top 5 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, although nothing compares to a top 5 duel. A revealing outcome with massive implications, man.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Complete to the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, they're able to hit the corner route. As a quarterback, when you've got an athletic tight end like that, you're sort of reading the defense's body position. If the tight end's able to get past them off the line of scrimmage and man coverage, then you're going to be throwing that corner further down the field. But if the defender's playing off because he's afraid of the speed, then you want to flatten him, more like an out route to the sideline. These two guys right here, they've got awesome chemistry, and you saw it on that play.
Running back searching for a hole. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Johnson looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's going to run it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Wildcats!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Looking to throw at Sanders. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The throw to the outside is complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Horn. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Gets it to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
From the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. They keep attacking through the air. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He wants it all. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Going for 6. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Number 12.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
Kansas State, 17.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over.
And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Colorado! How about that D coming up with a play like that? That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Second down now after the sack. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Now improvising. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
And the ball is picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offense is going draw. The back tries to bounce it to the outside. But look at all the defenders on that play, how they were able to shed their blocks and run. They were able to get hats to the football and force a tackle for loss.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.